45 minutes from St. George, and Bella feels the need to sit on the middle console and nowhere else. She has 2 whole seats back there to hang out on, and she feels it there, but I am already really tired. It just is like the thought of driving this for the next 3 days just exhausts me. And it sounds ridiculous, but I'm just like tired already. But I'm gonna go see my husband finally. It was so sad leaving my parents though, because like I've never officially moved, and I took me and Bella away, and so they're just very sad. And I didn't really find out until yesterday that I was leaving today, and so it was kind of like a surprise. Like they knew I was leaving soon, but they didn't know I was leaving today. But so far it's typical Utah, where you have long, flat, then mountains. Nothing cool. It is so freaking windy. Hi! We are at something called like the Salt Mounds, I think, and they're just on the eastern Utah. And it's way pretty, normally. It's like big white mounds of rock, and it just goes on forever, and it kind of is like Grand Canyon-y, and it's really pretty, but you can't see anything because there's like 60-mile-per-hour winds right now, and so it's just dust everywhere, which sucks because it's really pretty normally. And I always wanted to stop here, but my dad always said no. So we're about 3 hours into our drive right now, and I've been listening to this book on tape that I do not really like. I'm not big on murder mystery books, but you know, they're interesting. So I'm thinking if I see a Barnes & Noble, I might just stop and get a different book on tape. Oh, but it's so windy. I tried to get out and get Bella to go to the bathroom for like the 8th time, but she won't. And I tried to give her food and water, but she wouldn't drink or eat, so I don't know what's happening. I freaking get to, it like starts snowing, and then it starts snowing worse, and then also just like the freeways are just terrible, and they close everything within like 20 minutes. And it's hardcore snowing outside. That's within like an hour that all happened. Like, seriously, son of a bitch. That's like within an hour that all happened. That was not there an hour ago. That was all brand new. And so now me and Bella are stuck in Vail overnight, and that sucks way bad. But because I stopped driving at like 3:30 when I was supposed to stop driving at like 9 p.m. so that's 6 hours that I just completely lost, so that sucks a lot. And the first room they gave me was occupied. Like I walked in and there was stuff everywhere, and I was like, such a bad day. Hi, I was gonna say morning, but it's definitely 4 o'clock night. I very intentionally did not vlog all yesterday because I was on the verge of having a nervous breakdown. It was a terrible drive. I did not get any sleep, and I saw like 15 hours that I wanted to drive, and I only got like 12 of them, and I was just done, and I just had such a bad day. But I got to see the St. Louis Arch, and I got to see the Mississippi River, which is oddly enough like one of the things I've always just wanted to see, and I did, and it's huge. But now I'm almost North Carolina. I think I'm like an hour away right now, and Justin has our house set up. Like the day I'm getting there, he got it set up, so at least it's done. But Bella was sitting in the passenger seat. Okay, well first off, she started off in the back seat because I like set up a blanket and I had her like food and water and toys there, and so I was like, she'll sit there for 3 days and she'll be fine. Like we'll drive, she'll be fine. Hated it from the very beginning. Hated it. She would not sit back there, so she sat up in the front seat, and then every time I would hit the brake or turn, she would like fall or hit the window or something because she refuses to lay down in the front seat. She only wants to stand. So if I like make the slightest turn, she hits the wall. So now she sits here with me, and she really like, this is the only place she'll sleep or like be. Every time I put her over there, she literally just like stares at me and slowly like starts inching over. Like she'll like lift her paw up slowly and like put it on my leg, and then she'll like look at me and she's like, is this okay? And then so I just let her come sit over here because it's the only place she'll actually sleep. But it's been a terrible, terrible drive, and I never ever want to make this again. When we're done in North Carolina, if we get stationed somewhere else, I'm going to have our car moved and we're going to fly, because 3 days is way too long to stay in a car, especially since I already hate driving so much. It just like sucks for me. But I'm so close to being done. It's just kind of dragging on because I like know I'm so close. So I've been like trying to watch YouTube or listen to music or like do something, and it's still just going on forever. But Justin's being picked up by his unit or something. Not entirely sure what that means. That's just what he said. And so he can't actually text me, so when I get there, I'm gonna go to our house because I have the address, but I don't have the key or anything, and I don't know how he's getting to the house, so I guess I'll just be there and wait. I don't really know. It's kind of weird. The past hour or two of this drive have been insanely beautiful. Like, in the freeway, on either side, there's just huge trees, and half of them are evergreens and the other half are trees that have all turned red or gold, and it is breathtaking here. My favorite is actually Kentucky, because you would just look out and you'd see these like huge rolling hills with those huge trees, but here it's just like a dense forest, but it's beautiful. And so it's been a pretty drive these last few hours, but it's just been dragging on. But it's just been so awesome. I really hate that Justin couldn't do this with me this whole drive, just because it would have been, first of all, easier, because a lot of things went wrong yesterday that I wish I kind of had someone there with. But it just was so beautiful, and I got to see a lot of cool towns. Like, I got to drive through a lot of amazing places, and I really kind of hate that Justin didn't get to come with me. I know he couldn't have, he tried, but it didn't work out. But it just kind of would have been something cool to do together. And then I probably would have like stopped in places, like we probably would have stopped in St. Louis and gone to the Arch, or we would have stopped in Kansas City, because driving to Kansas City, it's such a cool place. I've never been there. I've really like only heard the name Kansas City, but I knew nothing about it. But it's like almost like an eclectic city. Like, it's just beautiful. But it just kind of sucks that we couldn't do this together, and I'm never doing it again, so we will never do it together, because it was awful. 3 days is way too much, but God, so many trees. It's gonna be so weird. Whenever I go visit my sister in California, she lives in Carmel, and it's just like extremely wooded next to the ocean, and you almost feel like, I don't know, not claustrophobic, but like closed in a way, like when you're there, because you can't see more than like a block ahead of you, just because it's just like trees everywhere. As we're in Utah, it's just flat open spaces, but you're just surrounded by mountains, but you can see for like miles. And it's gonna be weird to like be somewhere and kind of almost be claustrophobic. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how bad this room was.
Yep.
You're gonna get like no hours of sleep. Okay, so anyway, we got here, and I got here before Justin, and I don't remember what happened. What happened?
I got stuck checking in for freaking ever in my new unit.
No, what did I do? Okay, so anyway, I beat Justin here, and the door was actually unlocked, so I walked in, which was weird because I wasn't sure if this was our house. But the door was unlocked, and there was a note on the counter that said the Black Welders. And I unpacked the car, and then he showed up, and we went and got a few things at the store, and now we're here, and he emptied out all of his bags on my floor, and so I have a lot to do tomorrow. And Bella's with us. I seriously have like 15 vlogs edited and sitting on my computer.
That's ridiculous.
We need internet. Okay. But somebody needs to go shower and then go to bed. So we're gonna go to bed. You wanna go to the park?